Have you ever just woke up and wondered, what is energy? Is energy in a stone? Is energy in an antique Tibetan singing bowl that has been around for a long time? Is energy beautiful patterns, intricate designs, and intention? This morning, on Enlightened Energy, I'm going to allow you to come into my world just for a moment to see what energy can really do if you just learn to open your mind and play. Get curious, honestly. The curiosity of a child is very, very potent for the law of attraction. And when you're wanting to draw in a better life, notice I did not say get a better life, attract a better life, is the only word that I will use, because you learn to attract on my channel. When you go to get something, it means you do not have it. Therefore, you're always chasing it by the law of attraction, and you'll never, ever, ever achieve it. Not in this life, not in the next life, and not in the next 1 million lives, until you learn that everything starts with you. This beautiful piece of energy right here was created by a wonderful friend of mine. Designed upon Slim Sperling's technique of using the ancient Egyptian pyramid cubics for measuring, and using that measuring system with how the twists are done. I have taken his idea and concept and built my own energy power plant from that. His tools were extremely powerful. So powerful that they took 4 units, not like these, but the same type of idea. They're round, they look like a ball, and they're made of copper, and you stick a little headphone inside of it, playing a certain frequency tone in hertz for 4 hours on a beach that had just been dumped oil upon. The waters were covered in oil, everything was dying, and they took 4 of these. They didn't know what else to do. They set them, spaced them 200 feet apart, I believe, and played the frequencies for 4 hours, and then left and came back the next day, and there was not an ounce of oil left in the ocean. That's how potent these things are. So potent that it can clear air pollution for 75 miles within a certain frequency. Don't you think we need to know about this? Isn't this the kind of information that we need on public broadcasting TV instead of the BS that they serve you on a dish every morning to disempower you as a society? So they can mainline your veins with chemo and prescription drugs and gambling and sex, and anything else they can do to take your power away. Because the more you crave anything with an addiction, the more you take your power away. I got curious about energy. In 2018, when I had a sporadic stigmatic awakening, changed my whole life forever. It's one of those things where if you just keep going the route you're going, you're heading to death. Sometimes God has to step in and say, enough, child. Stop. And this is when your life starts falling apart, one after another, after another, after another. The more you try to hold it together, the more life will fall apart. Because you're trying to keep the old self alive, and the old self needs to die right now. Why? Because it has not worked. Ever. Ever since we have changed the energy to the masculine energy, it has corrupted our body, mind, and energy. This tool right here is devised upon the 369 energy. Intention-wise into this. And then I had it created with different things, the flower of life type of thing with the tensor tool and the intention, and then certain beads and certain stones to be able to have a certain energy. 369 is only the feminine energy. Only. In my past life, I worked diligently to be able to bring this kind of energy out. Because this is what we were moving into, was more of the feminine energy. This was one of the big jump starts to get our society into more of the feminine energy. Because we knew where we were going is not where we wanted to be. So this was the beginning. The 369 energies I detected and brought into through energy. Those feminine energies were being downloaded onto the planet at that time. And some of us were sensitive enough to pick it up and start working on projects to bring that divine feminine out. This was back in the 1800s. We got hit with an energy of the feminine energy, and we started working towards that because we knew what society was going to bring, and we did not want to see that happen. The masculine energy has been so rageful for so long because it has been out of balance. What we've had is the masculine energy for eons upon lifetimes. And that has created lack so bad. This is where we're at right now. We have been getting divine feminine energies brought to our planet for a while now, integrating it slowly into our minds, bodies, and energy. Because if you were to do it fast and integrate too fast, your body would disintegrate. Therefore, we have to intervene a few hundred, if not 1,000 years prior, and start integrating the energies to change. That's called evolution. That's how we change. We don't change overnight. We change over time. And then before you know it, we've completely changed. So adding these divine feminine energies to the equation of our planet, while trying to still savage the ravaged beast of the masculine for being tainted too long and hurt too long. Because we haven't had the divine feminine energy on the planet, we don't know how to feel feminine energy. Everybody is scared of feminine energy because the masculine, the rageful masculine in our time and past time has said the feminine energy is poisonous. The feminine energy is toxic because the masculine has taken over and not balanced. Now the feminine energy is coming in. 369, equation-wise, goes towards feminine energy. Now I have just devised the other half of 369. And I've been using this one ever since I found the equation of the other half of 369. I won't divulge this frequency yet until I have gotten my book out. But this is a prototype that I had my friend make, and it is absolutely amazing. And I do all of my energy work with this one because I have integrated my divine feminine, and now I'm trying to quiet my rageful masculine. So what I'm going to do is allow you to be with me for a few moments before I start my morning prep work. And I'm going to show you one of the things that I set up every morning to get ready to do my morning cleanse. I do a 3-stage process. There's a bathroom, there's the chakra cleanse, the bathroom cleanse, the chakra cleanse, and then the dowsing, which is kind of like between yoga and Tai Chi that I have brought on from my ancient past lives. A 3-step cleansing process that you can do prior that will completely raise your vibration up a whole notch and lock it in, and you will feel absolutely amazing and be ascending a higher dimension every single time you do it. You do it every morning and you start your day on this. It's absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up for the chakra cleanse. I'm going to use my other half of 369. I'm going to set up it like this so you can see it. We have south, north, east, west. South being masculine, I'm going to use a masculine crystal. This is a prophecy stone, which is a kind of like it's a piece of a planet, masculine planet, that was broke off into space and landed. They landed mainly in Egypt, but they're called a prophecy stone here. Holds a masculine, really strong masculine energy. I'm going to put that in the south. Then on the north is feminine energy. I'm going to put columbionite, which is, this is the, I believe, the number 1 highest potency stone that you can get on this planet as far as tektites, which are not made of this planet, but they're from outer space. Number 2. And then this being moldavite, which would be number 3 highest potency. So I have 1, 2, and 3 highest potency stones, crystals that you can get for vibrational frequency, on top of the other half of 369. So I'm going to put the feminine energy up in the north with the columbionite. Then I'm going to take another piece of columbionite that a friend did of mine. She does wonderful work, so if you're looking for jewelry, she has an Etsy store. I can give you her Etsy store account if you want. She does beautiful jewelry, but she's also a Reiki master and infuses all of her energy into this. So there's beautiful energy of the columbionite and also the copper put into the east, which is also feminine energy. Then I'm going to put another prophecy stone, which is a smaller one, which is a masculine energy in the west. But I'm going to amp it up just a little bit more because I'm going to take my moldavite and I'm going to put it right there too, right next to that. So right there, I have 1, 2, and 3 highest frequency crystals in the world from outer space. These are not from here. Plus something that gives off enough energy is the actual solar sun on top of that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and balance this as much as I can on top of here. And then I'm going to add my singing bowl. This is an old ancient Tibetan singing bowl. I'm going to look at this and measure it. Okay. Now, move this over here. What I'm going to do is I have water that I have already filtered through a reverse osmosis system, which puts life back into the water. I've already charged it overnight in the moon's energy, which the moon energy right now is in Cancer. Cancer energy goes for 3 days. And those 3 days of Cancer energy are meant to help you purge out anything that you don't need. Because if you don't need it, if it's hurting you, you need to let it go. So you can grab the life you want. Because these energies are all about manifestations. Because right after Cancer energy, the moon goes into Leo, and that's where you charge forward with your dreams. So you get rid of everything you don't want right now during Cancer energy, purge it out, cry it out, feel it out, everything, whatever you want to do. And then guess what? The next energy in 3 days goes right into Leo. And that's charged forward with all of your wishes and dreams, because that's how you manifest with the energies. So I've put charged water of Cancer energy, which is to help me purge and release, into this beautiful antique singing bowl, Tibetan singing bowl, already carved. It's got beautiful energy. I've tested it, and it is attuned to 528 hertz. That is the DNA repair miracle frequency. So all that wonderful energy that I've just infused from underneath, the bowl, the water, the way the water's made, everything. Can you imagine how much energy is in that? Just the sound of that. Isn't that healing? You're getting a healing chakra bath right now just by listening to that sound. See that water vibrating? What that is doing is changing the molecular structure of the water. And when you change the molecular structure of the water, guess what? You're attuning all of that energy into that water that you just put in there, and you're creating it out of love for what? For myself. Because the better I am, the better energy I'm going to emit for everybody else. Isn't that absolutely the most beautiful thing you've ever heard? Can you feel it? All that energy that is going into that water? And guess what? I get to drink it. All of that vibrating water after I've already attuned it to... I start with the west. I go around to, or start with the east, go around to the west, back up to the north, and then down to the south. And I add all energies of all into it also, plus the intention of what I'm doing for my morning prep work as I'm vibrating the water. All that intention plus all that energy is going into that water that I am getting ready to drink. And when I am in a trance state, which I usually am during my morning dowsing, I can actually literally feel the vibrating water go down my throat and start vibrating every cell in my body within a few minutes. Every cell is just vibrating life, 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 life. This is how I am curing my terminal stage 4 cancer. And I mean quickly. By just breathing life into my body every day is curing and bringing your body back to 100% homeostasis. That is what I'm going to be teaching here on this channel, is how to bring your body back into 100% homeostasis. How you can take your water and just put your hands over the top of it and go, bless, clear, cleanse, and charge this water with divine energy, infuse with love and light, and everything that brings my body back into 100% homeostasis. Just that right there, putting your hands over that water and blessing it, is very, very strong. This is just a little peek into my morning that I do every morning, that I have done for the last 2.5 years. every day. This is how I am, where I'm at, which is exactly where I need to be. Because now I feel cleansed enough after going through a full 3.5-year stigmatic cleansing. I finally feel cleansed enough to allow my services out to the public. And that is what I'm doing right now. I just started opening my books up as of 3 weeks ago to the public. I do one-on-one personal with Spirit. I channel Spirit, which is God. God can talk to your higher self, all of your guides, and anything that we need to talk about. I channel only God. We can get a hold of your guides, your angels, your higher self, whatever we need to do to get you back on track. Your soul is crying for help. Allow me in your life to help you. Just in the last 3 weeks, I have done 13. Interestingly enough, today is the 13th. I have done 13 healings, one-on-one personals, and I have had 5 instant healings so far to date. Chronic pain, issues, instantly gone. This is how powerful it is. I also have the ability to channel Dolores Cannon and bring her in for hypnotic therapy over the phone, and have been able to get my clients into a trance state over the phone, where I can help you during a translucid state completely reprogram your mind and clear out all of the karma from all past lives, if you allow me to. This is my purpose. This is my life path. We are coming upon the shift that the earth has been talking about for the last 20, 30 years, 20 years at least, where we need to make a conscious shift right now. It is vitally important to make that conscious shift right now, because if you don't, you will, I promise you, you will regret it. When you pass, you will regret not making the shift. Don't wait to make the shift a year from now, because you have to start early to get a hold of it and shift that mind. Because the energy that we're coming into is very powerful. And which way are you going to shift our planet to go? To reset and kill everybody? Or to shift into a higher vibration where we miss that and we start growing and evolving as a planet? Which shift are you going to be on? I plan on taking the earth with me, and I am shifting up vibrations. And all I'm looking for is a few good Spartans. God calls you Spartans of light. We're looking for a few good Spartans that want to team up with me. Clear your energy. Then you become a newbie, what I call them. Because the newbie energy of a person that has been completely karmically cleaned, going through an instant awakening, is the most powerful thing on this planet. That energy is very, very powerful. We can put you on the same timeline as Spirit, which is God, on how to evoke these energies in your favor and how to keep the karma off of you. This is going to be a planet of no karma, because we clear karma every second of every day by the ancient secrets that I have. The little ancient secrets here and there that are cursing you every day, I have. I'm opening up your eyes right now on Facebook Lives that I do almost daily to try to help people understand how important this shift is to make right now and not a year from now. Trust me, you want to do this. If you do, the only thing you have to lose is a bad attitude and a lot of bad stuff. The only thing you have good to earn is a high vibration and an awesome life. That is what you have to look forward to with a shift. A shift where you feel empowered to create anything you want with your mind, because you are the ultimate God creator of your reality. You are a spark of God, you God Spartans. You all are a spark of God. Wake up to your true power of who you are. You are not separate than God. You are God. You are a drop of God from God. When God burst out, you are God. Therefore, you are God. Why be less than anything but God? Know your power. Wake up. Know that whatever you give, you receive. So only give love. The only energy that you should ever give is love, because if you give anything but love, that is what you're going to get back in all of your situations and everyday reality. Wake up, Spartans. Take that light back. Understand the people that are disempowering you right now are taking your power. Don't allow that, but don't get mad. Love yourself. Only give love. Know that you are evolved. Know that you know better. Know that your conscious is higher now. And because of that, you get to live the beautiful life, and they go bye-bye. Because nothing in your life is allowed to live on a low vibration. Those things just crumble away. It's beautiful. And it crumbles so fast, it'll crumble right before your eyes. Because the more powerful we know we are as a collective of Spartans, yes, that's what I said. We're not light workers. We're Spartans. Spartans of God. And we have to hunker down right now and understand that we need to take our mind back. Take our mind back from the people that have been taking it from us since birth. Take our minds back. And understand our true full power and our creativity and how to create, and how our mind creates energy whether we think so or not. It is creating it. Our thoughts are things. Our thoughts become things. Realize it. Realize your words become things. No matter how tedious your words, you don't think your words mean anything? They do. To the universe and to energy, they do, because as soon as you speak it, you create it. And if you attach a lot of energy to it, then you create it into your reality. But everything you think, you create. Make sure you only create beautiful love. Allow me to teach you how to love for the first time, as I am being taught how to learn to love for the first time. I am not only the student of God, I am also the teacher. I love you all, and thank you for allowing me in your life. I am Nicole Renee.